Hello guys, I'm Alex Koloskov and this is our fourth questions and answers session where I'm answering questions which you sent to 40G forum. So let's go to our forum, which is under community forum on 40g.com. And well, obviously I already been there and I know that we have two questions since last question and answer session, which was last week. And I'll start from the latest one because it's easy to answer, and spend a little bit more time on answering the second one. So basically, Jonathan, I think his name Jonathan, is asking about how to get that kind of look when images is not blurred when you mouse over on the image placed on web. He's shooting jewelry, and when, as I understand, when he opens images on full size, like we have on Macy's, you see when you mouse over it shows you 100% crop or close to it image, and he wants to know how to make it look better. Basically, this has nothing to do with photography directly, because I think you have, Jonathan, you have a problem with HTML, basically, HTML or JavaScript or whatever you put, because this is a question not for me, even though I may be able to answer it because I have good experience in HTML, you know, and well, I'm a programmer, web programmer, so I know all that kind of stuff. But I can't tell you exactly what they used and how you can utilize same thing because it depends which platform. Is it WordPress or, I mean, there are many plugins, like gallery plugins, where you can have mouse over, which will open some kind of 100% resolution preview. But in general, this is two images. One is small, thumbnail size, web size image. And on the right is a much larger image. So you cannot use the same small image to show like close-up. You have to have two images. And talking about photography, you use Canon G11, which is cool for jewelry because it has a huge depth of field, and you probably won't have any issues with depth of field being shallow and not getting in focus the whole piece you're shooting. So G11 is cool. Actually, guys, it's a cool trick. If you shoot catalogs for jewelry, non-expensive catalogs, point and shoot, high-end point and shoot will probably do much better work than DSLR, 35mm DSLR, because you will get everything in focus, and image quality will be still enough. I mean, still will satisfy the client. So you may save some money. But other than that, clarity and everything, it has nothing to do with the question and with how to show it. Okay? So, guys, if you can answer this question better than me, I'm talking about web developers, go ahead and answer and help our fellow photographer. And second question is about seamless white from Eddie. Well, I already answered it, basically. I have a post on pixic.com where I show the device and how to shoot without any post-processing, how to get subjects completely on white background. But because it was a couple years ago, plus it's on a Pixic, I want to do a little demo. So I will have this on a 40G, and we can always direct future questions to this question and answer session. So, how to shoot on completely white background? There are several solutions, and the most common is you use white shooting table. You place subject on table, you highlight background, and you also highlight a table, let's say, from the behind, if it's kind of professional type of shooting table, you can shoot through it. It may work, but there is a problem with this, because when subject is white and you highlighting it from, well, you highlight background, you highlight table under the subject from underneath, it may add too much white, and to get that background completely white, it may wipe out also some of the details from white subject. So the solution is this. I built, well, it's not even a build, it's just a prototype. But basically, I got a piece of clear plexiglass, right? Home Depot or any other construction store, they can cut it for you. And I got pretty thin. It's maybe like, I would say 2 millimeters, maybe 3, maybe 2.5. And then I bend it this way. So it's kind of a shooting table. I bend it just by heating on top of oven. You know, you do that kind of movements. Gas oven is here. When it gets heated enough, you will start feeling that you can bend it. You bend it, move out from the heat source, and let it cool. It will stay like this. Same here. Why I did this shape? Why I just couldn't use just a piece of clear plastic, flat, let's say, glass? It will work. However, if you need to shoot like directly from front, like a profile, not a little bit from top, or you have to have subject like this and table horizontal, and the edge will be visible, and it will require post-production to take this edge out. And when you shoot like this, there is no post-production needed to get stuff on completely white background, regardless of the subject. In most of the cases, I would say 99% of the cases. Let me show you how it works. So, I mount this kind of prototype shooting table using, well, you can use anything you have, but this is Matthew clamps, one and another one. This pretty cool thing, and I explained it how to use them on my latest equipment online course, how to start in studio photography equipment, and the links is on 40G Gear page. So I mount it like this. Behind, what we have behind should be a seamless white background, and I like to keep it as simple as possible. So I may use the diffuser panel, like Westcott large diffuser. But instead, I'm going to show you. This is do-it-yourself, made from just a piece of cardboard with cut hole in it, and I just glued that Savage translucent plastic, which is like this. This is white translucent plastic, which works as a diffuser or as a reflector. Link on 40G Gear page, it's called Savage. Man, I almost hitting it. So, the simplest as possible. And I mount this behind our shooting table, clear shooting table. And what is behind our background is a light source. It's just Einstein, but basically any light. And this is it. So we have it here. We have our table. And again, I'm trying to keep everything as simple as possible. Let's have just second light sources here. Strip box, you can use softbox, you can use whatever you want to highlight subject, and that the background light is to highlight background, obviously. What is essential to understand? The distance between the table and the background should be far enough to eliminate spills from the background, light spills on the subject. Yes, obviously, you always will have some spills you might have because of the shape of the subject. It may reflect the background. But you see, I used relatively narrow background, meaning it will be less possible issue with edges of our subject reflecting the background. Because wider background we have, more chances the edges will be white. I have this actually situation on our first questions and answers session. Check it out. I was talking about, it was a question about how to get rid of that white edges on the subject. So just use narrow background. Camera is here, 180 millimeters macro lens on Canon, 1 of 200 of a second shutter speed, f16, and let's run Lightroom. So I'm going to shoot tethered, right? Okay. Okay. And let's turn on our lights. This is Cyber Commander. Pretty cool thing to control the Einstein, policy buff Einsteins. I use color mode to preserve color temperature on any power settings. And let's say what we're gonna shoot. I don't know, for example, this white and not white subject. Subject goes here. And I'll show you how to tune the lighting to make it work, because there is a little thing you need to understand about how to make it work. The stand, I love this stand. Okay. Manual focus, obviously, right? And let's, oops, shoot and see. Okay, so first issue, I need to turn it a little bit towards our light source, obviously, because it's one light source, no other reflectors used for now. And let me show you what happens here. The background is not white, and well, it's not white, and you see the reflection from the subject on the clear plexiglass. So what do you do is raise the power of the background light. Raise it till you'll get completely blown out background, meaning overexposed, maybe like 2 f-stops. I never use light meter, so I don't care. You see, now it's getting better, but we still have, first, we still have some reflection, and second, we still have, it's not completely white. If we check on Lightroom, it shows the highlights. So let me turn power up for that background light even more and shoot again and see what happens. Okay, we have a little bit of the reflection, but the ground is really close to being white. It may be even good thing, because check it out. That little reflection shows that it's actually standing on something. The subject is standing. And sometimes it's good. And you basically need to a little bit tune up to make it completely white, I mean the background, and leave it this reflection on the background still visible. But if, let's say, we need completely white, let's raise light even more. I mean the power. Shoot. And you see, boom. Little crop from top, and it's completely white. But now, you see what happens? We start losing a little bit of the contrast, because it's too much light hitting from behind. So, now you understand, right? There is an age, I mean, not the age, the range between not enough light and too much light. Let's say I have 480 watt second. At this power level, it should give me clear image of our subject and still white background. You see, it's white, and let's say if I little bit increase clarity, we gain in back everything for our subject. You see, we can even have white subject being not white. Obviously, we need to make it look nice. We need to add power to that side light, and obviously we need to add some other light, or at least reflector from other side. Well, it's a little bit too much, looks like, right? So let me again a little bit increase of clarity. Shoot it. And to complete picture, let's say we need to add something like this from that side, right? Again, oh, you don't see it, sorry. Let me make it work. So I just added this diffuser. This is white plastic cardboard. Sorry, it's not diffuser, it's reflector basically. Here it was as a reflector. In general, I always prefer to have lights instead of just a reflector, light through diffuser, because it's easy to manipulate. But for our little demo, it will work. And obviously, we may have a little bit different angle for the light, a little bit different reflection, maybe. Let me see what's going on. But basically, we have it done. Completely white background. On, let's say, white subject, even though it's not little white. Any subject will work. I mean, literally anything. Things like this, it's even easier to make it work, right? What else can we have there? Boom, it's white. It's on completely white background. Again, we can always raise clarity a little bit. And maybe reduce the brightness of the background. But in general, it works. Budweiser. Cool, right? So you need to pay attention when you shoot glossy stuff like this. In general, it has no problem with that white background. You see the edge is pretty sharp and nice, but obviously the super easy setup I said doesn't work really well for glossy subjects, because you see the reflection from strip box, and obviously for glossy stuff you have to use diffusers, meaning have diffuser between your softbox and the subject. And on the diffuser you create a gradient, and this is how you may look nice, this bottle of this can of Budweiser. Bud Light. But I'm not going to show it right now, it's a different story, right? What I can show you is this. I already did it. I just probably really like doing this. On a Pixic, there is page. Well, there is a lot of articles I created, and I just want to show you that you don't need actual lights for stuff like this. Using that table, the clear plastic glass table. Actually, maybe I need to create, like a little brand and start producing those tables with, stands like ready-to-use solution. Maybe I'll do it one day, because I think it will be really popular. It can save money, it can save time, and I actually have a lot of feedback from fellow photographers saying how it changed basically their life before and after they got this do-it-yourself solution. It works really great for catalog photography. That's great. I use just these two lights to get this shot, and I use paper as a diffuser, and boom, you got it, right? So any light will work. Let me show you a little bit. Let me just try to shoot one more time. That Budweiser with a gradient. So this is do-it-yourself diffuser, right? Made from the same translucent plastic. I just can't leave it as it is. I need to finish. So you will see what I mean, how to shoot that bottle. And meaning that we will have two tutorials in one, basically. Right? Because this is how you shoot glossy stuff like this. Diffuser. Okay, kinda. I don't like this black line, but I can keep it forever. But look at this. This is kind of gradient I'm talking about. Gradient which looks usually very, very cool for glossy subjects. Okay? Glossy subjects where you're creating the edge, dark edge, and then gradient from bright to dark. So this is how you shoot on white background. Now we have a little tutorial on 40G. Again, let's summarize what we learned. Clear plastic, bend it the way that you usually have a shooting table. Position it relatively far from your background. Have background translucent if possible, and get light behind it so it will be highlighted evenly and nicely. If you doesn't have any diffusion, you can use just white cardboard as a white background and use, let's say, light from under light in front of it, let's say at the bottom and on top, to create nice feeling, seamless, even feeling on the background. Make sure it blown out, it's overexposed. When you shoot on your camera, check the background, it should be overexposed, but not too much, not to kill contrast of your subject. Or not too less, because it will be visible the reflection from your subject. Then, what else? Well, this is basically it. Very simple, and it works. Okay, cool. One more thing, guys. Quick, just very quick announce. We got on Udemy, we got amazing deal for my liquid photography course. Originally $65. Now they have 48 hours only, 70% off, 75% off for all the courses on Udemy, and obviously mine is not exclusion. So you can have this course for $16. 49, basically $50 of savings. Today is Wednesday, 19th of September, and tomorrow it ends. So hopefully you can jump in if you were looking about joining this stuff. Okay, stay tuned. Talk to you later. If you have questions, post on questions and answers on 4tg.com. I'm here to answer you and help, basically. Okay, bye.